Okay, y'all, the enemy knows how to get us not to produce fruit, just so you know. And it's not what you think. It's not the normal stuff like temptation in front of your eyes and you want to live in the world and stuff. It's not even that. It's our thinking. Using the tactic of the fear of the unknown, and we think so much about it, have anxiety so much about it, that we go into survival mode. And our survival mode literally means we're not moving at all. We do not know what's in front of us, and we don't want to go behind us. So we stay in the present, and our present is, I want to survive. I don't know what's gonna happen, so I'm going to literally not do anything. I'm just gonna be stagnant. I'm gonna think myself into stagnation because I'm so scared of what could happen, of the unknown. I see this happening here. I see this happening there. I see this happening over there. In order for me to remain safe, I'm just gonna sit here. And we think we're good. We think that we're protected and we're safe. But literally, that's the best way. That's the one of the biggest tactics that he uses so we don't produce any fruit for the kingdom. The Lord is telling us go to Central California and spread the gospel somewhere. And as soon as we get that word, all this news about Central California having earthquakes and aliens attacking them at night and stuff, all that news comes out, and we was just about to go, and then we see that and we start thinking of the things that could happen and the things that are happening to those people, so we know what's going to happen to us. And literally the word that God just put in our heart to go do something, we start overthinking, we start thinking on it. We forget that God is a protector. We forget that God's a waymaker. We forget that we're supposed to trust God, and we literally give into that fear, and we sit there. We become stagnant. We forget God's a provider. We forget that he holds the future, our future, and he's protection all around us, and we literally just give up the whole word because we decide that we want to go into survival mode. And that's one of the enemy's tactics, for us to not be fruitful, for us to not produce anything. I wonder how many of us have missed out on mission trips, or going to this school, going to this vacation, or going to work here because of the overthinking and the fear of the unknown, and allowing the enemy to whisper in our ear to the point where we stay stagnant. We don't want to go back to school because the fear of the unknown, because we don't think we're going to pass, because all this stuff that happens in school. We don't want to go back to work because this and that. Literally holding our own self back because we overthinking, and we choose to go in survival mode and stay there, not knowing that we're not surviving, we're not helping ourselves, we're being unfruitful, we're not producing anything, we're going against God's word, and we are in the enemy's territory. And even though we in survival mode, it's still gonna drive us insane because now our mind is idle. We're not doing nothing but thinking of the unknown, and it's gonna drive us crazy. So, little motivation. If you're supposed to go to school, you're supposed to be going on this trip or this mission trip, whatever you have in the future that you're thinking about, and all this fear is coming up, that's the one you're supposed to do. I'm going to be real with y'all. When I started YouTube again and started on this YouTube thing and this TikTok thing, I was so fearful. But that's when I knew that's what I'm supposed to do. That's when I'm supposed to do it. Perfect love casts out all fear, and the Lord's love is perfect. So eventually, all that fear ain't gonna be nothing but us loving what we're doing because of God's perfect love, not because of us. So to that person who is wanting to do something very great in their future, but they keep thinking of all the negative stuff the enemy is whispering in their ear, all the negativity. First of all, we casting down all evil imaginations that's trying to exalt itself higher than God. And because the devil talking so much, that's how you know that's what you're supposed to do. Go back to school. Go get that job you want. Go start that business. Go do what the Lord told you. We're not gonna think ourselves into stagnation. Yeah, enemy, we know we know one of your war tactics now, but we already beat you already.